Okay, this is a really quick video that I'm gonna make because I was sleeping and I had an idea. And instead of making the Keystone Pipeline and all this stuff here, I'm sleeping and I know I just made this like in 5 minutes. I gotta go back to sleep so I could go to work, right? But look here. Let me mark my other picture here. Alright, so I had an idea for converting existing water towers and chemical storage tanks to wind turbine creation. So this is like my little 5 minute, 1 minute, just woke up in my sleep drawing because I dream about it. So basically put turbine fans on the side of oil and chemical storage tanks and also water towers. And there's a lot of advantages of this. Number one, um, you know, a lot of the traditional wind turbines, these use these huge fins, which they take a lot of wind pressure and they kill a lot of birds. But having these four fins to have such a large amount of pressure, these fiberglass fins, they splinter and they need to be replaced. And there's a huge deal about how to recycle them and how to dispose of them and blah blah blah. And they say, oh, they block the view and they need land. Well, you already have existing towers for chemicals and for water that the construction's already done. So you're cannibalizing it and using existing structures, and you don't got to worry about blocked views because they already block the view, right? You don't need to worry about building permits because they already had permits to be built. They're in isolated locations most of the time, and they're elevated areas. And you could even use stuff that stores chemicals and stores such as oil, and you convert fossil fuel storage to clean energy. In every city they have these, so distributed with my little cloud here blowing the wind, they could add it to the network, and that would be converting existing infrastructure to renewable resources to fix our energy crisis, to make us energy independent, right? But that's not all. That's not all. I have another idea. We have all these power transmission lines in the world. And I know they have different kinds of power transmission cables, but most of the time they're pretty standardized. And we basically, the idea is just to create a two-piece or simple wind turbine kit with the fans here, a cylindrical wind turbine kit, and our little generator box here, and get two guys with their little hats on in the truck with the bucket and have them drive out, and they could have this easily installable wind turbine kits on existing power and transmission lines, which could contribute to the existing power grid in a distributed and easily installed network. So look at all the creation required to buy the land and the permits and the posts and the towers and everything else to create wind turbines. Well, that's a pretty difficult task, but most of the work is done when you look at power transmission lines. You already have the lines carrying the power in the network, and you already have the towers. I'm sure that you could create a simple kit for every kind of power transmission line, and you could have it easily installable, and you could have the generator or the inverter, whatever the box is called, to deliver the power directly into the network. And you say, well, that's crazy. Well, like, at some time in our history, somebody put all those power poles up. And why don't we just add to those poles? It's not like we have to create our own poles. So it is a little bit of work, but if you create an efficient cylindrical wind turbine, I'm sure that every bit adds up, and that would contribute to green energy production and renewable energy and energy independence. Okay, so I'm tired, and I just had this stream, and normally I write cursive, and I could draw great details, but you know what? I'm just an Uber driver, and I have to go to sleep so I could go work my 16 hours. But that's my idea. See you later, alligator, and I hope we could end the war, because war is murder. Thanks. See you later.